Yamuna ajo about UTV so abraso se no nsiabrem kase boy de bremo UTV so no ene ye so ye de abremo yatna cd na ye kanfo this we chocolate drink de am we sanse e ya no ne a ye papa Ghana here ne Ghana kuku ene de ya ona ne binum a ebo ade asanse de na no ne enuma ebebo nsusu de yenim super na special mineral water what did we na per drink papa bia no my special drinks no kama faso wa ho eno so ebebo onu aduane de you two ade salt yen china wodo tu aduane mu a eboa ema aduane de ekoyie na esanso esayare na yeka esikasem de na best point se ye kai esikasem na yebekọ bank de a eho ena yenko na anwumre yatena se ensema de bade di makotin ebi ene se Ghana bamperi na na adoda nkwa ekufu ado adanani ede ache Austria memu ekwatwinko no chese ehu behia se Europe man no ene abiman ebedidwa enkankan ne Austria esanse abiman so ye wonipa
Mampanyi da John Dramani Mahama so ede atoya se afi abato da abato komisa pese omosesa no ntwa yie esanse eyempofri mu dodo
Eraswa ewo kanima mpani John Dramani Mahama ensemu a obo entrowe pie mantew ne ho no den sema kwa kotudwa se eye ne nwanwa se ayewaso West Wogon abato eto enoma bi ankoyie enipa bi eye enoma na nsem fata so besi ne abano enka hohwe
Oswafo a wohwe efisem so ede atudwa se aban ede nhye mapa egu akwam se de be ya adehia eda enadiafia omaba peso no obetini ede ahwe ho ense
Era ni eche South Africa me modern hihye bia ba se ufi Ghana na okọ South Africa ekwan da ho se onkwaje visa eno ane se wanya o ticket na okọ na UTV entertainment show eye crew no adam wani ahwese ensemi eho ensem etisen
Amanebo aba betodwan so ekiremu a afi etwa mu no okopie mu ewo asante mantemu a ejahye ye course no eye be apem eni insia
Were ensem bia eka ho ene amanone de ne atranse de brem se kasebo nimre no sembre mu ewo UTV so medin edi enim ado mene
abana beyi nyano
afi yuranse no na dan ni edi ache Ghana mampani na adodan kwa ekufu ado wadan ni edi ache Europe na Austria na sabre Ghana mampani owa okonstrahwe na fi wakwa akohwe kwan a o my Ghana dwadi hu nsem so ebekoyi na adodan kwa ekufu ado kasa no kire se hu behia se Europe aman no ene abibire aman no ebedidwa nkanka ne Austria o se mfie bibire ni na Austria ene Ghana akabo madidwa bibire atumi akoyi enti se sabre se wasan dan ni akọ no mo ka dwadi hu nsem de hu behia pa se abibiman enkanka ne Ghana ene Europe aman no ebekom hwabom edidwa na atumi akoyi sanse banesa na nkitawodie no ebekototin na dwadi hu nsem so de hia Ghana okwakofi akofa fi Austria ena de Austria fonso be free abibimam tichu ene Ghana no ehun nsem ebekoyi.
The growth of more entrepreneurial economies in Africa will provide the basis for undertaking the urgent task of the structural transformation of African economies, which are largely dependent on the production and export of raw materials, to value-added industrial ones and stimulate agricultural productivity. This will accelerate economic growth, enable us to feed ourselves, and create jobs for our educated, empowered youth. A very important plank for the mutual prosperity I am advocating would be Austria's strong support for the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. The AFCFTA links 54 markets covering 1.3 billion people with a combined GDP of 3.5 trillion United States dollars into a single market. It is the world's largest free trade area outside of the World Trade Organization itself. Imagine the investment and business opportunities offered by the infrastructure required to link these markets more effectively. And imagine the business opportunities that this huge market would offer for manufacturing and service firms from Austria and other European countries that would establish production facilities in Africa to serve African and other markets. And with the accelerated growth that will result from all these, the market opportunities for exporters from European countries could be truly amazing. I'm here today to call for increased investment and trade between our two continents. Trade relations between us have evolved through history, and it is clear that a new paradigm has to be defined, which will be dependent on the structural transformation of the African and Ghanaian economies from raw material producing and exporting economies to value-adding industrializing ones. This will enable the countries on the continent, including Ghana, to trade at the high end of the global value chain, dealing in products we make and grow. Out of this, a robust trading system between Europe and Africa, Austria and Ghana will be created, which will generate mutual prosperity for the peoples of the two continents and countries. I want to assure anyone wanting to invest in Ghana and do business in Ghana that Ghana is a haven of peace, security, and stability. Indeed, the safest country in West Africa.
Abatuo komisa edin susuye bi abase afi abatuo no munyaya enka ombeto no November bosome no enafe nso omosan edeba se indelible ink enyade a ombehwe amano aye adwuma ewo afi abatuo yimu eno na mampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama ache na adwen afa ho awochire mu se de abatuo komisa eye no wodi ya wo ho pa wasina omo wo mre bebre fi 2020 a na ombetimi edi sa adwuma na ase omode beye sa ensan no nanso afi de eniema kachi akoye mpofrim wode nsem yi tudwa ewapuoye mantem abra wone asafo mpanyufo bi edi ehia.
Sometimes near ECE you know ento asum yet to about 2020 2021 2022 2023 it may be a better babia. The following year we sit near share about one near to seeing what can we do to reform our electoral system. Na ye nyina ya ja to mu e wo IPAC say na was here saying say na be ya obia beje results na tum. Isi nkwa de since year to about 2020 aka be ye bosom 9 months near to about for. You are now coming with major changes. You find indelible income, but you say. Oh yes, Anna, you don't build the confidence of the people in the electoral process. And I feel so, and you may be brave, you're complaining, and so be in fear. You're IPAC based on Peace Council near Becca Sai near there. You're IPAC. Now you're cotton and wedding come say person shift the election date, you know, and changes be person year. They want to bring a new CI to change the old CI. And can they say, why wait till now? You don't spring surprises on people like that. What I say? Anka from last year, munim some changes. Anka some engaging. You don't wait till 9 months to an election. Now mo best spring surprises. Yakona new juma ne de basa yobia eba. It will affect all of us. Into your position, no.
Ewo aproba kane mampani ebo ewo pieman temu NDC Franka Otuno kasa oni asafo mpanifo bi ekohia ekasa no emu enosan edeto manim se ensem bi ho ana edika esanse o my Ghana ye ho na koba se by election yenkoto aba ewo ayawaso West Wogon abatu ibre ne tuo mu no ene bi ekoso nipa bi prepare ne ade so besi ne aban enka ahwehwe se nipa bi difo so mudi bim de ye koba asa se memo manma na ehu de course na mpo se obi se fata asotwe a ye be ma no na pepepe ye abaya batom no aban te ho enka ahwe.
And now me no ka say the 5th anniversary of Ayawaso West Wogon. Mokai ni si abra ye by election no asrafo ene yimu omode mass kashishe omweni omopie from nowhere ebe tutu e prepare nipa bebre ene ameka say ye baba akon ne nan ontimi nante o de fie ontimi nko adwuma biom bebre prepare Apart from that, 2020, year to Abano, Ghana for 8 in the year. Yenye investigation, yen compensate your families, nothing. And in your cano, it's a reality. It's possible it can happen. Because elections, but for Kasamu, they are a very emotive event. Elections are a very emotive event. There are many emotive things. They say ethnicity. And it's an money normally, yakoye one nation. It was said san your money ba. You share send your better to your may send your beya sa basa yono emma. Make us say boko and tokwe isiho. If you say there are chieftaincy issues, ethnic issues near there, sounds on elections, especially disputed elections. Entina emrebia yekasa, you expect to say and casa for faith-based organizations. Most of them manobe kahu.
Afei ena brewe yi pumakwem ama mpanyifo apart ntene ama sojani abrantie Major Maxwell Mahama wo ya anasa wo hwere ne nkwa wo 2017 mu wo denchira obwase enam so ama aban lawyer panyi onmunyamfo Godfrey yebo adame de atodwa se ebeboa ama jury omomoboa atemuafo momudi asem wo court no ye yi omafiri honom esan se opanyi echiremu a omoka ho bi enu nti na atemu adwuma no aya ekechiri sano.
These difficulties have led to us examining how the criminal justice system will be improved in Ghana. I have before cabinet a bill which seeks to reform the jury system to not make it compulsory in the case of murder as it is now, so that the attorney can recommend to the court the manner of trial to be adopted, whether it's by a jury system or not. By and large, be elevating the jury system. We've also recommended the introduction of alternate jurors, so that if one juror is absent, as we saw a number of times in your case, the trial will not be held up. There can be alternate jurors who can substitute that juror, and the trial will not be held up. Remember your case, many times we had to attend unnecessarily because of the absence of some jurors, either through unwellness or otherwise. Even on the day the verdict was delivered, we nearly suffered such a situation where one juror was late and we had to wait until about 2 hours before coming to the proceedings. So, also unfortunately we couldn't interact right after court because lawyers it's not used to being so and all that. But at least this affords us the opportunity for us to interact better and see if there's any matter that you intend to bring to our attention.
We work tirelessly to keep my son's name alive and preach or spread the message that there is no justice, isn't the way forward. I hope this never happens to anyone. I have suffered a lot. Sometimes I'm even surprised I'm so here. But by the grace of God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you. I don't know if I would ever recover from this. I've lost a son.
We wish to thank you and your staff for doing a wonderful job. And bringing this case to a successful conclusion. It's been many years that the family has been a wonderland. We didn't know what to expect. There was a lot of pain. And we prayed that one day justice will be ours. Not because whatever sentence is pronounced will bring back our son, but it will make us feel better that the end will be a deterrent to people who may ever think of taking the law into their own hands. And brutally, sadistically murder any innocent son or daughter or some other person. This is why we are very happy with
Afibia ekua ide Transparency International edi susudua eba eno ene corruption perception index no odeba ni nyina ye susudua ye hwe edi asusu se aman bia no eba ketahye ne proya se na aman no esitie na mfie na ni Ghana ewiase nyina ye kotoso edioson na eno na ebi kire se odi toto ho ana kyesa aman beye aha ne ediowotwe a sabre omukomu ekorhwehwe se ne nyoma esi 2023 de eba no Ghana etoso edioson na no na UTV Simontin so bisa se ketahye ne proye ho semsomai Ghana ye kan se ya sen enofa ehu no
ya to mena mu ne ye se wo man no enye pani bia empanimfo no so duodi kai osua duodi akire nante ye besere wo mo omonda woroma sika na omutu go na dos ko ye hia ne man bebere wo collapse no se be ye ya enye ya efiri empanimfo no so etu omo ankasa nika ntu omo hofo omutu omo hofo a enkola na ewa chensu betu omo hofo se ye no obi fa 1 cedi ni ache no ni aje obi fa 2 cedi ni ache no ni aje a wo ko fa wo besuru
bibi kure koso na bia wo do na besi form sade no pese odi ye tu ye no o ma kaka che nipa no a obo hu nipa na je se ono oben no bo han se oyi na ni bi se to na wo kaka che police ni na se wo mfi wa bibi anu wa so e be se obenya nkwanhye bia se me ko police ni bia mane na se bi se ni se fa police for papa wo mu
because of our self interest no ama we are shallow minded. So of course if you are shallow minded no unhu ade bi na ekoso a onkoka because who drink the awu benya won the moment about report no e be block your chance of getting whatever you have to get. Do you get my point? So we are own enemies and we don't do better when it comes to exposing people who do bad. We are always thinking about what we'll get. So of course, if you are thinking about what you get, why would you go and mess the place that you get your benefit from? Of course, when you say about distort you, and when it distort it, your benefit wouldn't come because we are shallow-minded.
You say it will be ade because you are in here. Na makoka che police no. Police ni ba che na so kokuno. Akwa na akwa je be 1 million 1.5. Na wa ja na akwa ne baby. Enti sa abiro na da abiro dia dia ye na watu ahye e pamu chaw. Amo angasa nkono mo sambra na Ghana ye trabi young ten kra na se Ghana yakọ anim dodo. Ye position na Ghana betimi agina mu from 1 to 2. And what dey me say ye cause Ghana had corruption there. Chairman, if it is wrong about
everybody is corrupt too. We are saying I want no nipe bie ni wa corruption ni mu. But ye dey nhihye any niema na tukwem so that enkrofo enya corrupt. It is an individual no only power, only state resources. How does he fight corruption? Who state resources, who power, who now fight corruption. Individual has little to do. A state institution, what you are here, that are supposed to work and uphold dignity, integrity, because they serve the people. But if they don't do it, the individuals will also be corrupt.
Because Obama catch Atamis, or say you need strong institutions, not strong men. Because institutions are effective, police is effective, custom, immigration are effective. It will be a firm. Strong. I was saying individuals the corruption was too much. Obia per se, Obi.
Yebe jina hanum say ni aji aboafo nkratu edi kan yeba yebeto aso.
any Cote d'Ivoire. Baby, a boy, your boy, a share, I a day, a Ghana, baby, a year as a kusi, any Cote d'Ivoire as a kusino. Every 1928 for, and I use in mind for any French for any pillar, SEC, Ghana, assassin, Cote d'Ivoire, assassin. And Chedia 1973, forest reform, a baby, I take, FSA, pillars, you see, holding in a 80, Mr. When you and GBA Cote d'Ivoire for any Ghana for it. Efa Ghana Boundary Commission for any Cote d'Ivoire for Super for the Yate what to say. Yasa no, aha, Anna, Phillips no, ECC. Omampania Lasa Watara, and Omampania Apuado, Obo Bushia. And Nunti, and I made my best remo, by the best remo say, oh, I'm also Hammer, the best remo would be any kaboom ebetra. The government is determined to bring massive local government development, rural development to the dollar power community. As you can see, the road is being constructed by 48 engineers, and the construction is far advanced. And very soon, mobility from Bole to this part of the country will become very smooth. And that is how we can have a lot more development take place. And even more importantly, that is how we can open up this place for international investors, to access this part of the country so that we can exploit the mineral resources in this part of the country. Government is fully committed and will continue to be committed to develop all parts of Ghana, dollar power inclusive. And so we thank the people of dollar power, the chiefs and people of dollar power.
People wanted to take advantage of the area because of the mining deposits and mineral deposits in the area. So as a way of claiming that area, some of these inhabitants were cutting off the trees so that people will not be able to identify the boundary between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Not only that, they were even uprooting the pillars so that when they come in to do illegal mining, they will contest that that area belongs to them. So I think that this has brought closure to this issue. Fortunately, the Boundary Commission was able to put a stop on these activities since 2000. The Ghana Boundary Commission was able to put a stop to this since 2021. And currently, we are collaborating with the Ivorian, the National Boundary Commission of Ivory Coast in this regard. In fact, to enhance patrolling along the boundary line. Secondly, it will also give us an opportunity to inspect the boundary pillars regularly. It's just going to be about 10 meters away from the boundary line, and we intentionally ask that the construction should be done in that way.
Electricity Company of Ghana Eden Simbi Ababeto Montin na we eye okọ atoye mantem apania oda adwuma engineer Emmanuel Justice Ofori ena ekase na ne spa kan nyina ne se ababeda adwase adwumadi omu edi ahwese enipa bia enyinam kane omu fa kwan paso entwe anase omu de kana omu entua omu ehwese ombedwitwa mu kane mu na sika oso obogije so magide am oman Ghana no nipa bi feel se eye asotwe ena omotwe oman Ghana man bi na no ena engineer Ofori echese enye saa nete omuhwe kwan a ombenye sika na enkoba se dum so bi ekwa akoba anase ompesika e de abonkane ahoban a epekwa akoyo ha dimi emfa ne se omukwa akotwe obi kaneam se omotwe na so na mum sikasem e na omohwe na electricity no atumi agina so ama omanma
isi jadwumaiko no won fine wa to emantamu apanchise bi ho entoma din eda so and operation no free consumption na mpenifo friends ntwerefo nhye mu e de afa ho wo kan ho asem na dwumadie ba so e wa to emantam kura frene takrade emu dwumadie ase no en opanyina wada isi jekona no wa to emantamu engineer Emmanuel Justice Ofori kasa wa ase de tudwa
ne ekira ne se obi a oyusi pa obi a so otimi etua pa na ho ka efi ochina first February ebe se na amanfo amamo abakrumu ye staff no beba krumu na nia omo ba be ye ne se omo check integrity of all meters ye meters I work krumu nyina omo both prepaid and then the credit meter update details of customers bb to say phone numbers GPS address omo update sa details no afi so obi dika ye beji arrears na nipa no edi ho ka when chia ye be disconnect Have a better key readings of the postpaid meters readings or meter no so ama no so etimi aboan ama ya ma bill a ese efata ma saa brand no so no ye ba ofie a na meter bi wo ho a se bi enya bills a e be hwe na ya ye ho adwuma ama meter no etimi anya bills nti adwumadi a ya sha ase a ye be ye ochena no afi nso efre ochena ekono ye be start ye new service obi hia new service a nipa no so enwo hia so obeba ECG offices ye hia ne se obekọ phone so the ECG mobile app no ukoso a baby o ha obetimi a request for new service the yes a request na o phone number nyina wo so nti staff no be frɛ na mo aba ofie ho abɛyɛ estimate amount omo estimate no wi a na wetu aka through your mobile app no na me pese me bo your customers no kokko ewa ha ebinom enam saa de so frefre customers say aka into some specific phone number yenye saa de no fraud your system no said ye tie ni say uye bibia na wo betu aka ye generate invoice ma nti invoice na ye generate amount no saa invoice no na wo de tu aka yentua momo bia direct to anybody's personal mobile number and this amount invoice now who the invoice no na tuaka into through the app into the system
Yebe jina hanum say aji abofo nkratwe to sumienu yeba yebeto aso.
Observe mom nyina akwaba yetoa ensem no so yekọ eye entertainment ensemu na South Africa man no de ababa tudwa sesabre de ufri Ghana na wokọ man no mu a wohia se okogi tumi krata eye visa na de akwanemu nyane se wonya osika odibetwa plane ticket no na jumedi edi e UTV so eye entertainment program ye UTV showbiz program no ade a omo wo sa dwumadie mu adana omani ekọ South Africa akwakoye se na nsemi no kraban na ewom na yeni kan enhwe bramudu kotoka wiemhye ginabre a moda omani e de akọ South Africa no se de nsemi ti Miss G na yetena epunoti na okansem bi afa ho ansana motu e de akọ South Africa.
About your team, despite media, travel to SA at Daruma, call SA. Since your name so call SA, yeah, visa. Inti, yeah, decline. I could share a fefedia war SA. Yeah, bar, yeah, bebo man. So the bear Easter every year, when we go for, not so before passport, or fire immigration, all the way to South Africa, you go into my power show. Stay tuned. Because me, Isaac, and a prince there.
The far processing inside this passport. And they film. And they have process here, come, and the yellow card. And no one now here.
To see a yellow fever card, no, so there. One war yellow fever from 2018, when you're 10 years into Patroshima. Kasa category of people no and not all fire yellow fever card when how hokra medical passports no book your flights now by airports you check you in all the way to South Africa. It's a Christmas train one ko baby Easter idea e so near busia for no airport South Africa.
It's right from Kotoka Ombisha or
Johannesburg
Johannesburg
get the name na bebrem right here on all our social media platforms. And follow here through the process.
#SA tourism.
Yeah.
Ningina nkitahodie hu ensem se de Ghana for ebekọ South Africa. Na South Africa for so ebeba Ghana ensahwe ene nkan wadwadie ni ade nti eba ne sei no na omukọ nti yenhwe so mukodu ye no so se na South Africa esi etie.
Or Tambo Airport, Johannesburg.
It's when we say that you walk to Ghana, South Africa, or out Tambo International Airport. Naturally, other passports, visa exempted countries. Ghana you want, and you too. No visa. You make a special appearance. Other passports, visa exempted. Inti ufri Ghana de sisi awo hiya visa. Ubaso ayama special entry. Ra South Africa Easter. Oni we busianfo. Ye kwa akohwe de South Africa ye ni nyina bebe.
Yebetwa ensem no so na adehye ne ahyenkafo a omofo achimota abofu any ACP runabout no echemu a street light e wo honum nyina nya adwuma enunti ama akronfo adoso wo honum omoto hye amanfo so afin so omotremu a eye jawulu e de kola pass N1 kwantempo no so no street light e wo honum nyina asai omosre se empanyifo emehwe
adehye ne ahyenkafo ombo mpempen de fa achimota abofu CP runabout Jowulu Edekola Pass N1 kwan so ene wo mu kiremu a street light e wo honum ni nyina no bebre nu anya adwuma na enam so ema nkwanchi asem dodo no anso yiniti ena afenso mpo no se wo de nkwanchi asem ne to nkyɛn a aya na akwamukafo amro basi wo mo eto de hye wo mo so e wo honum a kyerɛ se ebi wo honum a na yɛdi wudam obi nso wo honum a na yɛagye ne niam nyina de afiri ne nsam a ne nyina no ema ya no wo mo nam kwan no so no wo yam hyehye wo mo edu wo mo etotɔ de asem panifo se adawro ma wo mo hwɛ na street light no wo mo ema no enya adwuma se ne ebeya ebeboa bambo ensem so e wo mo FM ene o my Ghana mu
gebi amoje no ni phone e wo aya no sukra mi ko pa na me gina ya mi hu mi ko light ni ni anten apart from that no daytime say ewia sen santas na me kwa me gina ti mu say aye dia buti piefu bush ni no achi obi bag o bush ni gidi because obia ni anu akoye security area bia so ni anu nti emesra abansa ko betima ye bia fon dia apart from street light no
boy ena hanam say so light ni ho otimi nam obehia ebe ya nipa mienu ana miensa na omo se gina ho wan gina ombe pam sa ombe choa obehwe na omo yisi kan se for phone bra ade ekuta o fabra enya sa omo de siga no be wo de be ma omo na wo call baby adwuma overhead down ha fittest one omo no o de bi mete ho no ma mete na bram ana esore na edimrika eba yefa adale na e wo hase no ana me hu se car bobi me ba no me di kan share nipa no nan e wo overhead no opposite hadn't say no ansa na nipa no ye nante ban na ebe hu se nipa no da ha ne nan mi no nyina ate
achimota abofura chomo bomo de aso be ye like time e hu nya pa call fa che ti muslim ye na makra na obi betima wa betete wo ha ra bia kan ne ania no obi wa ye obone bi
wa hu se ahanye ujina akra usro even kra me car say see me sro say me jina and sometimes because of no street light ninti obi betimi twam kra obebo no because near light ni nyina na etimi hu because street light no boy near the yenso light no aye den afa kwan so me jina me sro it's very risky ye jinkro for phone madam is not easy so this one there me can say omum boy the betimi aye no omum ye no omum boy say street light cry if the road is no good there's a street light everywhere it's that one is okay
because yeah the more very nasiha bebia na dubia o say ayesum na boys kura moto tete o si free va hedu super route down pe no kwa phone na o be di phone furu nsem ba no fa last crampo of dio get phone and of fa kwani fin say ko esumnti obent bin chesi no na ya reho chesi ka ye pese o mu ye ntem na mu ye lesson ma ye nti ba di samse no ma so lesson na ha ye den na ye fine na obia ehu ade kama
ya transfer no so akwa santimantemu odumja adwumaku no abo amane se afi etwam no ohwe ogya ho ensem jama akomakon a omoka ho asem ya pem ene ensia na obu kompoko echene se afi 2022 mu no na apem oha ne aduasa mienu nipa so ehwero mo nkwa no na mo ye makomako edu enum na mum afi etwam de no na nipa ehwero mo nkwa no eye enkron
Kasamafo edema dumja adwuma no wasantimantemu DO3 Peter Ade echiremu a eja hyehye a afi 2023 esotwe ye se wode toto afi 2022 ho a ni nyina no ejina enkyerɛkyerɛ a wɔn mo ye eno na ema no ebaasa wɔsi wɔkɔ suku sahoduo mu ensɔrensɔre edwom ene miaya ahodoɔ kyerɛkyerɛ wɔmanfo hia sɛ wotimi ehwɛ wɔn ho yie wɔ gya hyehye ho wɔsi eno ka ho bi na ema eso eteye ya sɛ wode mpinu ene aduonu miensa etotu mfimpinu ne aduonu mienu eho a na kyese esote kra wose afi 2023 eja hyehye ba mantem no mu na eye apem ene nsia wode toto afi 2022 ho a na eye apem oha aduasa mienu wose afi etwam enipa nkono ene fa mu hwere won kwa wode toto afi 2022 ho a enipa dunum ene fa mu hwere won kwa wode nsemi tudwa ebra woni UTV nsemtrofo twetwe nkomo ene wo kyerese afi 2024 yi efi January bosumi de dikan besini de toso aduonu nkono no eja hyehye a won mo a record eye oha ene dunkono na wode toto afi etwam de no ho a na kyese we no eso asan atekra into wa rehemu se ebekoso aba fom ebra woguso eye enkyerɛkyerɛ no.
Fire incidents for 2023 compared to 2022 no eba fom 2022 they recorded 1132 fires. But 2023 recorded 1,006 fires. In 233 we won't see it meet fires by 126 fires. I represent 11.13%. In the Bafumi pa nani sujina sustained public education campaigns throughout 2003. In the fires do na cry nya na 1,006 no emu be 400 ye do na nipa no ankasa abon modern edum no free afenasase ebesi 29th they are recorded 119 fires and also the total last year same period ho abafom na yebe two amanfo yebe sha amanfo nkran say still the more mo abra no no wo muntie no mfa ni dwuma na eboa ye nyina.
Ebusiafo ha ene de kasiebo ni nyina ebesie asedankoma se West Closet se ohyemi atade enwumre se wa ewo odoko traffic light technodyne dada ne ho pe frɛ no 0243 508 635 0243 508 635 ena Netric Empire Beauty Salon ensobomiti emame omo Accra Somenya Road right opposite Agomeda Police Station no omo home service ni 19 fa ho ne ba bia wo ombeba Fre 0547 358 076 0547 358 076 Midin Ede Abuna Beyi Nyano Mene
Enim Ado.